Claressa, you're all on my mind. Oh, Rissa, you're one of a kind. Oh, Rissa, you're better ones that married man, girl, because he's playing you, Rissa. He's intensely dead. Oh, Rissa, you don't know what you get. Oh, let me be quiet.
Y'all, the internet just went nuclear, and you will not believe what dropped during Tasha K's newest live podcast. Viewers thought they understood the drama, but what she exposed lands like a lightning strike. Claressa Shields, the rising icon, the undefeated champion, the woman millions admired. Allegedly, she was played not by strangers, but by those she trusted most, the very people meant to protect her. Fame, money, love, everything she believed was genuine may have been nothing but a carefully plotted setup. According to Tasha K, Remy Ma and Papoose were never simply friends or supporters. They allegedly crafted a scheme to benefit from Claressa's image, her victories, her spotless reputation, while secretly burying unpaid taxes, decade-long debt, and growing pressure behind closed cameras. What supporters saw online: interviews, public moments, flawless smiles, perfect power couple energy was only the front layer. Off camera, Claressa was being positioned like a chess piece, slowly realizing the affection she believed in may have been a disguise for someone else's financial escape. Then came the real shocker. Allegedly, Papoose was tangled in a hidden affair, the type of betrayal that cracks trust and burns everything down. The power couple illusion shattered. The fairy tale collapsed. Claressa Shields' armor reportedly cracked under emotional pressure, realizing the dreams she chased were being used to hide debts, scandals, and secret motives. Now she's pulling back, quiet, alert, and deeply shaken. And the internet, it's divided. Some claim it's pure gossip, but others believe where there's smoke, there's fire. The massive question still lingers. Was Claressa Shields truly nothing more than a chess piece in someone else's strategy? Or is this the start of a scandal so volatile it could rewrite everything we believed about fame, loyalty, and betrayal inside the celebrity world? Buckle up, because after Tasha K's live podcast, nothing will ever appear the same again.
Hey, Auntie, I want you to meet. His name's Papoose. You said his name is what? Pap what? Pap Smith? What you bringing in my house named Pap Smith for? Who is this? James, who is this? She got a nigga up in the house named Pap Smith. Is you who want me? What he doing? You already know. I don't want nothing. He ain't. Well, you ain't met him. I don't need to meet him. I can smell that he ain't shit. That's how I am, y'all. That's really how I am. I see something that you can't see. Can't never win no number. I win by the $100, but I know the nigga when I see one, I can smell it. He don't mean no good, Rissa. He don't mean no good. He ain't got no money.
Y'all, the internet just erupted, and what Tasha K unleashed during her latest live podcast was beyond wild. Fans thought they understood Claressa Shields' story. Her rise, her victories, her image as the untouchable champion. But what unfolded live on stream left everyone frozen, silent, and doubting everything they believed. According to Tasha K, the love Claressa trusted, the faith she placed in Papoose and Remy Ma was allegedly nothing more than a carefully planned move, a dangerous mix of fame, money, and power, where Claressa was only a pawn. It began with quiet signs. Tasha K revealed that Claressa slowly noticed the fractures. The smiles, the public moments, the interviews, all tightly controlled, all a flawless mask hiding something far more sinister. Behind closed doors, allegedly, Papoose had been avoiding taxes for more than a decade, and Remy Ma herself reportedly owed the IRS over $600,000. Together, they were sinking under debts reaching into the millions. And according to Tasha K., their survival relied on keeping a spotless public image. And Claressa Shields' rising fame became the perfect shield for their financial and legal disaster. The fans who celebrated Claressa for her undefeated record had no clue what was unfolding off camera. According to Tasha K., her clean name, her championship glory, her innocence in the public eye, all allegedly used to hide a massive financial breakdown. Slowly, Claressa started to understand she wasn't living a romance. She was trapped inside a survival scheme. And then came the most jaw-dropping revelation. The tension hit its breaking point when Tasha K. herself detailed the explosive claims. The words she delivered live sent shockwaves racing across social media.
In the mall, at the Louis Vuitton store, and you bought the Louis Vuitton duffel bag, and then you had to give him the Louis Vuitton box that you bought to give to you as if he bought it for you, and you forgot that you put the receipt online showing that you bought a duffel bag, a Louis Vuitton duffel bag, and it's like, did she just give him the gift to give to her, to act like the things that we're telling her that he ain't got no money? He is gifting you his jewelry.
Fans instantly started analyzing every public appearance, every social media post, hunting for secret signs of a scandal they never realized was brewing. Back on the podcast, Tasha K. didn't sugarcoat anything. Allegedly, the quiet breakdown of Claressa Shields was no coincidence. According to insiders, after discovering a secret affair between Papoose and Taseki, the power couple illusion they carefully built collapsed. Masks dropped, trust disappeared, and Claressa was left emotionally broken, realizing the love she believed she was living was only a distraction for something far more sinister. Fame, loyalty, and love all allegedly fading, controlled by debt, pressure, and hidden motives pushed by the very people Claressa believed she could rely on. And following these claims, Claressa allegedly stepped away from the spotlight, quiet, reflective, and fully aware of the manipulation that shaped her reality. Tasha K. insisted that while many brushed it off as gossip, the cracks in the story were impossible to ignore. The internet fractured into sides, some rejecting the accusations, others convinced the smoke revealed a raging fire behind closed doors. The biggest question still lingers. Was Claressa Shields truly just a pawn in a dangerous setup? Or is this simply another viral rumor built to spark chaos, arguments, and clicks? One thing is undeniable. After Tasha K.'s live podcast, the public will never view Claressa Shields, Papoose, or Remy Ma the same again. Every championship moment, every carpet smile, every interview is now filtered through suspicion, betrayal, and a carefully buried truth. As this chapter ends, the stage is prepared for emotional fallout online, explosions, and non-stop viral attention. Claressa Shields' story is no longer just about victory inside the ring. It has transformed into a narrative of deception, secrecy, and the heavy cost of fame used by those she trusted most. Y'all, just when it felt like part one couldn't sink any deeper, the revelations from Tasha K.'s live podcast took a brutal, unexpected turn. What began as a story of a rising star and romance is now unraveling into a full-scale saga of manipulation, betrayal, and hidden financial plots. Claressa Shields' world, once glowing with triumph and praise, is allegedly collapsing from the inside. And Tasha K. held nothing back. As viewers processed the first wave of claims, new layers surfaced. According to Tasha K., Claressa's image as a disciplined, focused champion was strategically used to distract from massive debt and unresolved money troubles. Remy Ma and Papoose, the people she trusted most, were allegedly hiding behind her fame, using it as cover while facing growing IRS pressure, liens, and legal strain. Every trophy moment, every red carpet pose, every interview was carefully staged to preserve the illusion of perfection. And then came the next jaw-dropping twist. Tasha K alleged the manipulation wasn't only financial, it was deeply personal. Claressa, in her trust and naivety, was allegedly trapped inside a maze of emotional manipulation. The podcast claimed that while the public admired a power couple, behind closed doors, secrets rotted. Claressa Shields' triumphs were not simply praised, they were exploited. Each victory allegedly elevated the public image of Remy Ma and Papoose while silently masking their debts, secret relationships, and growing internal collapse.
So I don't know whose team you think I'm on, but I'm on your team. And like I said, Papoose and Remy spent time together on Christmas. I got pictures of them together. I ain't even dropped those yet. The daughter ain't nowhere near around. But you got $8 million. I got $8 million. I got $8 million. No, you don't. I already got people running the background docs on Win Records on Papoose's position. It's only a matter of time before I drop that. I got PIs on that too.
The internet instantly spiraled into chaos. Fans analyzed every social media post, every video moment, every public interaction, hunting for signs that could confirm or contradict Tasha K's allegations. Meanwhile, Claressa Shields, reportedly shaken, started pulling away from the spotlight. She allegedly realized the love she trusted was nothing more than a calculated move, a cover designed to protect the financial and personal agendas of people she once believed in. Tasha K's podcast kept adding gasoline to the blaze. Allegedly, Papoose's decade-long tax evasion, paired with Remy Ma's $600,000 IRS debt, created an explosive pressure cooker. The pair, desperate to maintain a flawless image, allegedly leaned on Claressa's rising fame to divert both fans and media attention. And according to Tasha K, every championship victory, every interview appearance, every sponsorship Claressa secured was quietly used to preserve the illusion of normalcy while financial chaos brewed behind the scenes. And it wasn't only about money. According to the podcast, Claressa's trust and emotional commitment were also manipulated. Reports stated that after the exposure of a secret affair involving Papoose, Claressa's emotional breakdown became unavoidable. The betrayal allegedly destroyed her trust, shattered her understanding of the relationship, and revealed the calculated environment surrounding her. Fans struggled to process the depth of deception. The podcast alleged that Claressa's career, her victories, her pristine reputation were exploited. Every achievement she earned supposedly advanced someone else's hidden motive. Tasha K claimed that what viewers perceived as love, devotion, and loyalty was actually a carefully engineered plan, one Claressa only began to recognize once the painful truth emerged. And then came the social media explosion. Podcast clips spread at lightning speed. Tweets flooded timelines. Instagram stories replayed every detail. Opinions clashed. Some supporters brushed it off as rumors, while others believed Tasha K had exposed the brutal reality behind Claressa's flawless image. Allegedly, the depth of betrayal, personal, financial, and emotional, had never fully surfaced for the public until now. The storyline turned even darker as Tasha K alleged additional details. Sources claimed the power couple image presented by Remy Ma and Papoose was a carefully staged act. Every appearance, every media angle, every fan moment, all crafted to preserve their illusion. Meanwhile, Claressa Shields was allegedly positioned as a barrier against the growing scrutiny surrounding their debts and hidden lifestyles. The podcast also pointed toward the emotional damage. Claressa reportedly began feeling like a piece on someone else's chessboard. Her rising stardom, her championship triumphs, her public admiration instead of uplifting her were used to conceal the pressure and failures of those closest to her. Every handshake, every interview, every public outing played into a much larger unseen storyline. And Claressa allegedly stood at the center. As footage from this unfolding drama circulates, viewers are left questioning everything. The live podcast painted a scene of betrayal, manipulation, and emotional collapse. Allegedly, Claressa Shields' life was never truly her own. It was tangled with debts, secret relationships, and calculated plans never intended for public view. And while some supporters still hope the accusations are exaggerated, others can't ignore the feeling that the smoke signals a fire of massive proportions. Tasha K's claims, especially the second interview clip, suggest that Claressa's emotional and professional unraveling wasn't accidental. It was allegedly part of a long-running strategy meant to preserve appearances, protect finances, and shape public perception. Now, Claressa Shields stands at a crossroads. According to Tasha K, she has allegedly begun reclaiming her power, distancing herself from those who misused her trust, while the internet continues to analyze every detail of the controversy. Every interview, every comment, every post is now examined through a filter of suspicion, betrayal, and financial manipulation. This chapter closes with a chilling truth. What once looked like love, loyalty, and partnership was allegedly a calculated illusion. Claressa Shields, once seen as untouchable, now finds herself at the center of a storm where fame, trust, and betrayal collide. And as Tasha K's live podcast fuels even deeper scrutiny, the public is left wondering how much of the life we admired truly belonged to Claressa, and how much was engineered by those she trusted most. The story continues unfolding as this video prepares to dive deeper into the shocking aftermath, the hidden financial gains, and Claressa Shields' next moves in a world that is no longer clear-cut, but a shadowy labyrinth of betrayal, secrets, and viral drama. Y'all, just when it seemed the story couldn't get any darker, Part 3 peeks behind the final veil of betrayal, secrets, and explosive revelations. Claressa Shields' journey, once hailed as a story of triumph and fame, is now revealed as a storm of manipulation, deception, and emotional devastation. Tasha K's latest live podcast didn't just spill gossip. It tore apart an entire narrative built on trust, loyalty, and public perception. According to Tasha K, the alleged exploitation of Claressa Shields was no isolated incident. It was a meticulously planned strategy. Remy Ma and Papoose, whose names are linked to growing IRS debts, secret financial schemes, and alleged personal betrayals, reportedly used Claressa's fame as a shield to preserve their image. Every public appearance, every championship celebration, every social media post was allegedly staged to distract the world while their private chaos escalated. Fans across social platforms erupted in shock, disbelief, and speculation. Allegedly, Claressa Shields had invested not only her trust, but her heart, only to realize her rising fame and spotless reputation were being weaponized against her. Tasha K's podcast suggested that Claressa, once blind to the financial and emotional manipulation surrounding her, finally saw the full scope, and the truth was devastating.
I'm sleeping with a man that's sleeping with more women than you. And I don't wish that on you. But pap smear, he gonna cause you to get a series of pap smears with the rotational women that he's messing with.
This clip, though short, captures the grim reality Claressa Shields allegedly endured. While the world celebrated her as a champion, Tasha K claimed the behind-the-scenes story was a tangled web of deception and calculated schemes. Fans and media analysts began questioning everything. Was Claressa ever truly in control of her career and relationships, or had she been an unwitting pawn in a much larger plot? According to the podcast, the fallout from the alleged secret affair and financial manipulation was devastating. Claressa's emotional breakdown, her sudden withdrawal from the public eye, and her reported silence all signal the immense pressure she faced. Tasha K suggested that Claressa's rise to fame had been co-opted to serve someone else's survival plan, a mix of debt concealment, image management, and strategic exploitation. The internet predictably erupted. Social platforms flooded with analysis, fan theories, and heated debates. Some defended Claressa Shields, arguing she had been unfairly victimized by those she trusted most. Others questioned whether Tasha K's claims were exaggerated or taken out of context. But the most shocking element remained: Claressa Shields' growing realization that her entire story, the love, the loyalty, the victories, had allegedly been exploited. The podcast also claimed that Remy Ma and Papoose, desperate to safeguard their Financial interests had allegedly engineered situations to manipulate Claressa emotionally. Every public appearance was allegedly controlled to protect their image. Claressa unknowingly became the perfect front to shield them from scrutiny. Tasha K stated that the scale of betrayal became painfully obvious when the secret affair surfaced, a relationship hidden in plain sight that ultimately shattered Claressa's trust and emotional stability. As this video continues, Tasha K detailed the aftermath. Claressa Shields, now aware of the manipulation, reportedly began stepping back from both the people and the power dynamics that exploited her. According to insiders, she realized that fame, victories, and trust were commodities others had been trading without her consent. The emotional toll was immense, leaving Claressa to confront the dual heartbreak of love and career betrayal. And just when the public assumed the story had peaked, Tasha K's podcast dropped another bombshell. The alleged unpaid taxes and financial debts weren't minor errors. They were massive, multi-year obligations that reportedly created a constant pressure cooker behind the scenes. Claressa Shields, the rising star, allegedly became collateral damage in a financial chess game meant to protect the images of Remy Ma and Papoose. Fans, analysts, and gossip outlets scrambled for answers. Every past interview, every championship celebration, every social media highlight was re-examined for signs of manipulation. Tasha K's Live. The podcast framed Claressa Shields' emotional and professional struggles as the inevitable outcome of a meticulously planned betrayal, a betrayal hidden behind smiles, public appearances, and media narratives. And in this detached, almost documentary-like tone, the story took on a dark, suspenseful edge. The narrative wasn't just celebrity gossip. It was about the systemic exploitation of trust, image, and fame. Claressa Shields had allegedly been positioned as a pawn in a game of financial survival, personal deception, and media manipulation, a revelation that stunned fans. By the podcast's conclusion, Tasha K reportedly stated that Claressa Shields was reclaiming her power, stepping away from the manipulators and beginning to understand the full extent of the betrayal. But the damage was done. Trust shattered, relationships fractured, and the public left questioning what had been real versus orchestrated. The ultimate shocker, according to Tasha K, was the emotional aftermath. Claressa's silence, her retreat, and the tension around her public appearances are allegedly evidence of the immense psychological burden she carries. Every accolade, every victory, every public smile now bears a dual meaning, a celebration of success, and a reminder of manipulation. As this video closes, the podcast posed the ultimate question: was Claressa Shields ever truly in control of her story, her career, and her relationships? Or had she been a pawn in a high-stakes game designed to protect others from accountability? Tasha K's revelations, interviews, and the ensuing social media storm all suggest a story far more complex, emotional, and viral than anyone imagined. The stage is now set for Claressa's next chapter. Fans speculate, investigators probe, journalists dig deeper, and the public watches as this dark saga of fame, betrayal, and manipulation moves toward its explosive conclusion. The final takeaway, according to Tasha K, is devastatingly simple. In the glittering world of fame, not everything is as it seems. And sometimes the brightest stars are the ones shielding the shadows behind the scenes. Y'all, what just unfolded isn't merely a story. It's a masterclass in betrayal, deception, and manipulation. Claressa Shields, once celebrated by millions, now stands in the eye of a storm she never anticipated. Every victory, every championship, every public smile allegedly served as a shield for someone else's debts, someone else's secrets. The very people she trusted, the names carrying weight, fame, and influence, are accused of turning her life into a chessboard where she was nothing more than a pawn. And it's not just heartbreak. It's the slow, suffocating realization that love, loyalty, and trust can be weaponized. Imagine climbing to the top, only to realize the ladder was leaning against someone else's tower all along. Fame, fortune, glory, and recognition, all double-edged swords. The whispers in Tasha K's live podcast aren't just gossip. They are allegations shaking the foundation of everything Claressa believed about her world. Secret affairs, unpaid debts, financial schemes, emotional manipulation. A narrative that once inspired millions now feels like a trap. The most chilling element, Claressa's silence, her retreat, the quiet. Aftermath of a public life suddenly turned into a private nightmare. When the lights dim and the cameras stop rolling, what remains is raw, unfiltered pain. The public sees the victories, the smiles, the flawless image. But the truth allegedly hidden behind those smiles is darker than anyone could imagine. And as fans, we're left piecing together a story far more twisted, far more sinister than any headline could capture. So, watch closely, question everything, and never take appearances at face value. This saga isn't over, it's only evolving. Claressa Shields' fight isn't in the ring. It's in reclaiming the truth, exposing betrayal, and finally taking back control. And the world will be watching, hearts racing, as the shadows behind the fame begin to surface. This is a cautionary tale, a scandal, a tragedy, and the shockwaves are far from